Holiness, I think you can see the excitement with which the people of Kenya receive you, and we are very excited and very happy to have you here with us. Indeed, Your Holiness, we are honored, humbled, and privileged that you have chosen to begin your apostolic voyage to Africa right here in Kenya. And we take this opportunity to welcome you to Kenya as we also welcome you to Africa. Holiness, Scripture tells us that if my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and forgive their sins, and I will heal their land. And reflect, Your Holiness, because Kenya present combines great opportunity also with great challenges. Challenges that have their parallel in those facing the church. Kenya's future depends on upholding the highest standards of integrity in governance, in inclusivity, and in the protection of peace. Your Holiness, like you, as a nation, we want to combat the vices of corruption which sacrifice people and our environment in the pursuit of illegal profit. Indeed, it misdirects resources, sows hatred, and divides our people. Your Holiness, civil society, media, and leaders from across our political and social spectrum all have come together and made their views known. And in the hearts of every Kenyan, we know we must win this war, and it falls on me to lead it. And Holy Father, I ask for your prayer. As we fight this war. Recent events around the world have indeed taught us that we must do even more to bring unity and understanding between faiths, between ethnicities, between races, but also between nations. At the heart of so many of these conflicts is the powerful human desire for dignity. That desire is natural and good, but too often we fail to recognize or respect it in others. Too often, that failure to recognize or respect encourages conflict and violence. Your Holiness, Kenya's unique history has left us with diverse identities. It was an inevitable consequence of colonialism that communities artificially divided by borders would identify as citizens of different nation states. We have also been divided by our own selfish politicization of our ethnic and religious identities. These rifts leaves us with work to do if we are to maintain the cohesion and inclusivity that is the foundation of lasting peace. Right now, the priority must be dialogue between faiths and indeed between all of us in the hope of developing deeper understanding and respect. I am pleased to say that religious leaders across the country have risen to the challenge They have worked with government, with faith-based organizations, and with a wide range of Kenyan and foreign partners in the cause of peace. And indeed, Your Holiness, your presence here today galvanizes these efforts. In Kenya, the Church has been a partner, a long partner of the state in the integral development, without which any hope of cohesion and inclusivity would be in vain. The Church has been a strong partner in the social and economic development of Kenya throughout our modern history. Through its diocese in Kenya, the Church is our largest non-state provider of healthcare, with nearly 500 healthcare units and over 50 community-based orphanages and programs for vulnerable children. The Church has served us equally well in education. The selfless work of the earliest missionaries left us the basis for the wide network of Catholic schools, and today, Kenya now boasts over 8,000 primary and secondary schools, 5 colleges, and a fully fledged university identified with the Church. And if I may be allowed to say so, Your Holiness, I also am a beneficiary of Catholic education. The work of the Church continues to improve the lives of Kenyans and to help knit this nation together. Your Holiness, Kenyans are blessed with a beautiful country, and with that beauty comes a great responsibility. We must preserve our heritage and bequeath not just to our children, but also to the world for which we hold these riches in trust. Yet these riches remain vulnerable. Climate change and greed, poaching, all these threaten to rob our children and their children of their inheritance. However, we have hope because troubles also bring heroes and heroines. Your Holiness, one such heroine was Wangari Maathai, our Nobel laureate, who reminded all of us that millions of little actions, millions of humble people working together could indeed win great battles. Like you, she believed that loving our nature, our natural riches, was an extension of loving our brothers and sisters first. Like you, she was a warrior for nature without falling into cynicism and despair. As I conclude, Your Holiness, I close by asking that you pray for me. You pray that as I lead this nation, God will lead me. And I ask you to pray for Kenya. And I also ask that you pray for Kenya and that God will hear us and indeed heal this land. With those few welcoming remarks, Your Holiness, it is now my pleasure and honor to invite you to address the people of Kenya. Thank you very much.